Hi everyone, hope you're doing alright. I thought I'd put together a little video so that I could introduce you to some people. If you are not familiar with Holy Nativity Church, welcome, my name's Rob, I'm the vicar. But really, what I'm doing is I'm introducing a couple of other people who are going to be around our community for the next couple of terms. We use the word ordinand in the Church of England, and we have got a couple of ordinands coming with us, and you're probably thinking, what is an ordinand? Well, that is a very good question. It's a fancy word that we use that is a trainee vicar. We've got two of them coming. We've got Becky and we've got Graham. Becky is coming from the College of the Resurrection, so she is a full-time student, and she came to church on the last Sunday before lockdown, so some of you will have met her in person. Graham is training part-time. He's just started training part-time, and he is going to be with us as well until about Easter. Now obviously things are a little unusual in that we aren't currently in person together, so the things that they're going to be doing, they're going to be cropping up doing things online. You'll probably bump into them if you're in the Facebook group or anything like that, so you'll see them here, there and everywhere, hopefully, as things go in the next few weeks. But to start off with, I'll get Becky to introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Becky. I'm a final year student at the College of Resurrection in Murfield, training to be a priest, and for the next couple of terms I'm going to be on placement with you at Mixenden, which, given COVID, is going to be a bit different than normal, so hence the video to introduce myself, and you'll probably see me popping up doing little bits and bobs in services. Before I became a trainee priest, I was a teacher for years. I've worked with all different kinds of schools and different ages, and I am married to Patrick, who sadly is still down on the south coast, where we have a house together, and we visit each other at weekends, so it's going to be quite nice to get back together next year. I grew up in Birmingham and then lived in London for quite a few years, and then on the south coast, down the coast from Brighton. But when I am a curate next year, I'm hoping to stay a lot further north because I love it up here. I'm hoping that we can get to know each other a little bit better, however we manage to do that, and that maybe in the new year we'll be able to actually meet properly. Till then, all the best, Becky.
Now Graham can introduce himself as well.
Hi everyone, I'm Graham Blackwell, and I'm training to be a priest in the Church of England, what the Church of England calls an ordinand. I want to start with two massive thank yous. The first is to Rob and the second is to you. The first to Rob for agreeing to take me on as a placement student with you in Mixenden and Illingworth between Advent Sunday this year and Palm Sunday next year. And the second is to you because although lockdown means that I'm having to introduce myself via video, I am hopeful that in time I'll meet many of you and we'll be doing all kinds of great things together as part of your incredible community there in Mixenden and Illingworth. So thank you, that's what I need to say to start with. What to tell you about me then? I am 40, I'm married to Sally, and we've been married for 15 years and we have two children, Barney who is 13 and Willow who is 10. We live just over the hill in Huddersfield, near to Brighouse, and have worshipped for many years now at St Peter's Parish Church in Huddersfield Town Centre. I'm studying for ordination at St Hild College, so that's here, based here in Yorkshire. It has three teaching centres, one in Sheffield, one in York, and then one at the Community of the Resurrection in Murfield, and that's where I'm based, although I'm doing all study online at the moment, as you might expect with lockdown underway. Other than God and my family, music is a huge passion of mine. My first instrument that I play is the drums. I can play guitar very badly, so Rob and Ruth, don't worry. There will be zero competition from me in that regard, and I'm constantly listening to music. If I had to list a couple of artists who are my absolute favourites. Number one would probably be Bruce Springsteen, closely followed by Iron Maiden, I would say. So yeah, music is a large part of how I came to hear about your amazing parish, because Sally and the kids and I started coming to Rock Mass once a month about 18 months before lockdown began. So we've been to Holy Nativity in Mixenden quite a few times over a period of time. I love what I've seen, and I've experienced something of your amazing welcome and warmth and generosity. So looking forward to more of that. Albeit, as I record this, we are in lockdown part 2. I hope to be able to see you online and then hopefully in person before long too. I know that I'll have many things to learn during my placement from you, and I look forward to all that that will bring. And I hope that I'll also be able to give you something back myself in return for your extraordinary generosity. So I'll be holding you in my prayers. If you can spare a prayer, it would be amazing if you could hold me in yours too. Thanks once again. Hope to meet some of you soon. Bye for now.
Now, for those of you who've been part of the community for the last few years, you will know that we have been a place where people come to train all the time. So you will have seen the ordinands get involved with doing sermons, prayers, leading services, all sorts of different stuff. Who knows how that's going to play out in the course of the coming weeks, but hopefully you'll be just as supportive as you always have been with them. We are a place where we've always said it's a great place where we can experiment, where we can give things a go, you know? How many times have you seen me turn up and do a sermon in a completely different way than you've ever seen before? It's the kind of place that we are, a place where we are able to explore what God has called us to do. And that isn't just about people who are being called to be trained to ministry, trained to wear the collar, you know, people who put one of these on every morning, vicars. It's something that we all have a calling on our lives. It's part of the baptism that we're all baptised into when we're christened, you know, the idea that we're all following God. And it's wonderful to be able to welcome these two great people here as they are going to explore what it means for them to follow God, and hopefully they can help us to explore for ourselves what it means for us to follow God. See you later.